Spiritual Psychics TV is 100% free without stars or subscriptions. We go live daily from 8 p.m. offering the best in tarot and oracle readings, mediumship, guided meditations, interactive debate shows, thought-provoking philosophy shows, palmistry, astrology, rune readings, psychic art, animal communication, and other entertaining broadcasts. We also run regular free competitions and broadcast a divine service every Sunday. SPTV offers free spiritual advice and guidance during some of our shows. We also organize events, be it in person or online. Each show is broadcasted simultaneously to Facebook and YouTube. Come and visit our website. We offer a free directory, event listing, our broadcast schedule, and so much more. SPTV is a non-profit, friendly, and welcoming community, supporting like-minded people.
Spiritual Psychics TV, bringing spiritual people together.
Good evening.
Hello. Hello, it's us again. Some twosome.
Tiresome twosome. Good evening. Oh, three of us, yes. Threesome.
Three of us. Yeah. The gruesome threesome.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Spiritual Psychics TV. Richard in the background's in our ears, and Deb and I are going to work tonight. So please share straight away, and wherever possible, please can you put where you're from so we can see how far we're reaching. Debs?
Oh, yeah. If you're new, let us know if you're new. Tell us where you're from. Share with your friends. What else have we got to say? Share with your friends. Share us everywhere.
Share us.
We like to be shared. We like to share, don't we, Marcus?
Good evening, Terry.
Oh, yeah, Terry.
Evening, June.
Hello, June. Hello, Mary. One of us can't talk now. That's you. That'll make a change.
Evening, Kelly.
Doreen. Hello, Doreen. Oh, there's people on here. I don't know.
Good evening, Dawn. Can you put where you're from as well, please? Good. Yeah. Good evening, Jane. Lovely to see you. Don't forget to share and like. Thank you, Christine. I'm buzzing already.
NJ?
Altrin in Manchester. Oh, lovely city, Manchester. Lovely city.
Doreen.
Northern Ireland.
Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
Real.
Lovely people from Northern Ireland as well. Good privilege reading. Yeah. We'll see where we go, Regan.
Regan. Hello, Regan.
Good evening, Suzanne. Don't forget to share.
We need to share. We like to share. We're trying to get out and about.
All right. Sharing is caring. And Richard just told us he had 190 shares when he went live. So we want to top that. More. I'd have so much tune into my Gloucestershire original Scouser. Yeah, I was down near there. I was where was the last night? Oxfordshire, wasn't I? I think you all know I'm in Manchester. Yes, we do, Terry.
I didn't know where you come from, Terry. So that's new to me.
Up north.
Oh, very nice. Hiya, Jennifer. Anybody new? Let us know if you're new. Australia.
Oh, Australia, New South Wales.
So what time would it be where you are?
I'm from the original South Wales, you know.
What time would it be in Australia then?
It's 24 hours, isn't it? Evening, Wendy. Yeah, it'd be 8 o'clock in the morning, isn't it? Is it about 24 hours?
Behind or in front, is it? I haven't heard from you for ages.
Diane. Hello, Joanne.
Joe.
Oh, yes, he is morning. It is morning then. Right. It is morning, yeah. Yeah, with the morning cup of tea or coffee. Well, I don't drink. I've only drunk tea once since 1977.
I know, I don't drink tea. It's horrible stuff. I only drank it when I was little, and horrible.
Hello, Yvonne.
Amanda, hi Amanda.
Evening, Natalie. Don't forget to share.
Cheryl, hiya Cheryl.
Seven minutes past 5 in Australia. In the morning. Wow, you're up early. I don't usually get up till 6.
Who, sorry?
Sam. Hello, Sam. Sam Bird, oh, fantastic Sam Bird. Love fantastic medium. I'm working with him, so. Oh, excuse me. Just dropped me papers.
Sam. Simon. Hiya, Simon. How are you? Donna. Some of the Amanda. Richard's having to shout names out in our ears because some of the comments are not coming up at the moment from Facebook. So he's shouting us. Yvonne.
Oh,
Yvonne
Wales.
from Wales.
Yvonne. What part of Wales, Yvonne? What part of Wales? We sit then. Good evening, Kerry Ann.
Anne, hiya, Anne. Anne Ingram, how are you? Zoe, is it? Zoe. Yeah, Zoe.
Zoe.
Zoe, yeah.
Oh, so sorry, I don't. We've been told off now. We've been told off, like we always are, aren't we, Debs? Yeah. Evening, Rebecca. Don't forget to share.
Jane, Sally Ann. Hello, everybody.
Yeah. Midland Morgan. That's where I'm from.
My grandfather's Ralph lived in.
So some live in Pentrich, Midland. Oh, Midland. I'm from Midland. I'm a Nelson boy. Rosa. Evening, Rosa.
There's a few of you on. That's good. Hiya, Lindsay.
Lindsay Cato. And don't forget to share. Don't forget to share.
I'm a little bit better now, Anne. I've had the COVID.
Oh, have you had the COVID?
It caught up with me. It did, and I'm still suffering because I can't. 3 weeks now, and I've still got the horrible cough when you get started, and I still can't taste. I can't taste. I can't smell.
Well, you didn't have very good taste before, did you? So
no, obviously not.
Well, obviously, working with me, you haven't got good taste, have you?
Right, but you got to do what you got to do, ain't you?
Yeah, you have.
No choice, Marcus.
I know. I feel bullied.
You're the only one that'll put up with me. Hiya, Marie.
Good evening, Marie.
Oh, look at the picture. Little bit of light. Jane. Hiya, Jane.
I got love Wales. Spent loads of time there, and me, my brother and sister still down there. I got someone playing with my gob now.
Oh, that's I'm surprised I got time. The amount of time you're natter, I'm surprised you can. What was I?
As we're talking, because we didn't know, we were just going to see how it goes tonight, didn't they? But I've got a link with the Dave at the moment, so can I throw that out there? I've got a Dave, and it should link with someone with the 4th of November. So we'll see how that goes.
That's close to
me. Good evening,
Andy. I'll tell you.
Andy, pardon?
That's close to me, Dave, and the 4th of November. I'll tell you.
Is it?
Oh yes, but it won't be for me. Hi, Andy.
Oh, it's not for you. It's not for you to decide where the message goes.
We have a bit of a barney, me and Marcus. We're friends, really. We like each other, really, but sometimes we have a bit of banter. You were doing that with your jaw, Marcus. It's still got a bit of a locked jaw or something, because you're passing it on to me now. So somebody might have a problem with a kind of a cracking jaw. Hiya, Mary.
Where we call it like that, Deb?
Yeah.
You go. Evening, Haley.
Some guidance. So I don't give guidance, Haley.
Yeah, well, Alison, she bullies me and I just nod, pretend that I listen. I do pretend I listen. Good evening, Linda. Oh, God, when they use the clairsentient side of your age, 4th of November is my nan's birthday, but unsure about Dave. Can I start? Can I start then, Richard? Please.
Do it.
Could you put that last one up then? 4th of November. Well, we'll get to the date. Yeah. But she said, was it a nun or something? Oh, right.
Nan.
Okay.
Nan.
No. Well, now I'm birthday, but not sure about the date. Okay, Sally. We'll just because obviously 4th of November is just the starting point anyway. The Dave that I've got, and this is in spirit, and it's not this side, by the way. The Dave that I've got would have suffered. It was either emphysema. It's like the miners when they have dust. It's emphysema, isn't it? And he had terrible breathing problems. But don't get too wound up with that, Sally. Because there should also be a link. Oh, what's that? Cafe? You know these American diners. There's this thing called Denny's, isn't there? I think in America.
Yeah.
Denny's, is it Denny's?
Yeah,
because they just showed me a diner that I went to in when I was in Las Vegas, and it's not. There's some sort of link with America, and it's more to do with someone this side linking into maybe 50s or 60s music. That type of thing, like the Fonz and that type of thing. So I don't know if you can link with that, Sally Ann, but also could be my nan's, some of my memory. Okay, but the thing is, okay, I've got a lady that, and I'm not 100% sure if it's your nan or not, because what she's doing, she's making me squint a bit. Did your nan used to do that a little bit, squint with the eyes a little bit? Because and she would have had dry eyes at some time. She's telling me, this lady. I'm not saying it is your nan. It might be, but sort of like dry eyes. And she said, and yeah. Oh, I've been to the USA. All right, then. So you would have been in either some sort of 1950s diner, that type of thing. They've shown me. They just showed me a photograph of me when I went there. But this lady's drawn close, and she's just saying that. I used to suffer with dry eyes, but then until I heard of some good news, because she was a bit of a crier. She heard of a birth or a wedding. She was quite an emotional person, this lady, but she's telling me that she used to live on her nerves a bit. And you should also be able to live with 2 birthdays in August, an anniversary of a gentleman's passing in February, and the birth weight of 8 pounds 1 ounce. Debs, you should be working on this. They just told me as well.
You know why? Because what I got, when you were rubbing in your eyes at the beginning, there's a chap with me, Sally, who was talking about the first thing he said, smoke in your eyes. And I said, what are you on about, smoke in your eyes? And he's talking about having smoke in your eyes.
Issues. Thank you, Sally.
But there's a song, isn't there, called Smoke in Your Eyes or something?
Smoke gets in your eyes, yeah.
Smoke gets in your eyes. Is that what it's called? By Smokey Robinson, was it? Did you say? But Smoke in Your Eyes. He's telling me about this gentleman in spirit that belongs to you. I don't know whether he's dad or granddad yet, but he does belong to you. But he's talking about this rubbing of the eyes, the smoke in the eyes, and the smoke in the eyes gets in the eyes. He's making Marcus cough now. He's talking about I know where it is. It might be symbolic, Sally, because he's also talking about he's describing it as a smoke screen where somebody's not seeing things clearly around them. There's a lot going on apparently, and somebody's not seeing the full picture, as he's just said to me. So watch for that around you. I don't know whether this is you or it's somebody close, but somebody's not seeing in the full picture concerning somebody close to you. Apparently somebody's hiding something, not in a horrible way, but it's like hiding their feelings or something like that. So watch for that around you. This lovely gent is talking about. You've got a picture of this gent, he tells me. He's not telling me who he is, but he's talking about, there you go, Marcus.
Oh, well, Sonia. And the nan's just come up. She said, 100%. And she used to say it like that, Sally, because when Deb just given some information, she's put a thumb up. So your nan used to put when she just said, she said 100%, 100%, and her head used to go like that as well. So yeah.
Margaret in spirit wants to say hello to you as well, Sally. Margaret. But apparently you've been looking at somebody's photo in spirit. Your nan's just said to me she's been looking at somebody's photograph in spirit as well. So you must be talking to somebody via spirit. There's changes around you work-wise. She's talking about going part-time. I don't know if you're a part-time or anything. There's some sort of reduction of hours. That your nan's actually talking to me instead of Marcus now. She's talking about a reduction in hours. So watch for that as well. All right. And she's talking also about sorting things out for charity, putting stuff in bags and sorting them out for charity as well. Oh, apparently somebody likes ironing, Sally.
Oh, iron my shirts if you want.
Yeah, somebody likes ironing, she's just said to me. So I don't know whether what that's for, but she's just come out with the ironing. Apple Charlotte, I think that's what it's called. She just said Apple Charlotte, the pie with the apples in it. Apple Charlotte. So she's got a connection to that as well. Have you got something, Marcus?
Yeah, it was just when you were saying that there was something being hid, and you talked about photos and everything else. Sally, there's a situation, and this is going back a while, where there was a part in the way, because they showed me a married couple, and they cut it up and they separated. So they cut the photo. And this is, you should know someone of it, and I'm not sure if they're in spirit or not, but you should know where there was a situation where people parted and, possibly divorced or whatever, where someone cut photographs where, a photograph and made another photograph, and already cut my, oh yeah, nan like dying, and asked, oh, she asked for help, well done, and somebody's rubbing their hands like this, Sally. So there's something really, really nice coming. Really, really nice coming. And whatever, there's also a Barbara this side that you should be able to link with, and also a Tom in spirit. And Tom would have suffered with it was the big, all he said was the big C. That's all he said. I said, where? And he just said the big C. Okay. And also your nan used to trip over your words now and again as well, Sally. She used to trip over words when she was excited, and she yes, my nan first said, right, oh right, okay, and yeah, well, I'll tell you now, Sally. She showed me physically cutting a photograph. So yeah, bad split. That's good enough anyway. That's good enough. You should also be able to take. Oh, right, okay then. 2 Geminis. Oh, one's enough. I've got 2 Geminis. I had 3 in my family. Badly needs something good up. Yeah. Well, it is coming, Sally. Okay. And I'll just leave that with you, because they also saying. They've just told me to move on, but they just said you need to move on about the situation, Sally, because you're carrying something, you're holding it, you're carrying the baggage that you shouldn't. Tell them more, Debs.
Sally, just before we go, she's just wanted me to show you, like, I can see, I think it's called a turret, isn't it? Where it's like a big tower. It's like that Rapunzel was in. And your nan's showing me one of those, an old turret. And it's obviously disused now because it's got the open windows down it, 3 open windows down it. And she's given me that to you. And I was asking her about it, but I think it either means something to you now, or you're going to go and see this kind of old building with this turret in it. Oh, apparently this old building that you're going to see is haunted as well. So you might see something. That's what she's just said. Oh. So watch for that coming up.
Exciting.
Yeah. So I'll leave that from one of the windows. You're going to see something by the look of it.
Right.
So watch for that, Sally. She's sending a love.
I've just told them to take the pains off my back and put them on you, Debs. I said, well, why do they always use the clear sensitive side of my nature? Because Dad Gemini in spirit. Okay. Because
Thank you for that.
Yeah, there's someone in spirit that had a curvature of a spine. This is a different link. And I'm sorry, Debs, I've just asked him to send it to you.
Thank you for that.
No, but you should feel yourself going like that.
Nightmare. Yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah. It's all right. Sharing
got
is
something
caring.
to-
Sharing is caring.
Your dad wants to say hello, obviously, Sally. You must talk to him on a photograph. That's where the photographers come in. But he just wants to say hello. But we're moving now, so we'll leave their love with you, Sally. I hope that was all right. I've got different ones. You've got the back pain, and I've got a gentleman in spirit that's talking to me about somebody that lost part of their tongue. Oh, that's unusual, isn't it? So I don't know whether it looks like cancer or something like that. So if there's anybody on, there you go.
Oh, it's
there's yours. You're still with
fine.
Sally.
Okay, Sally. Thank you for that, Sally. It's not, because they just put me out of sync. So thank you for that, Sally. Thanks for the feedback. Yeah, they're good.
So he's still with you.
Yeah.
But if anybody on here can take somebody that's talking to me about somebody losing part of their tongue, it looks like cancer to me. They had to have part of their tongue removed or something like that. Let me know, because I've got somebody talking to me about it in my ear at the moment, which is quite unusual because I've never had anybody talk to me about that. But obviously he knows somebody can take it because that's what he's telling me about. So that should be quite specific, and let's get about 10 people up now, Marcus.
14th of October as well, I've just been given, and I think that's linking in. I think
mine?
Yeah.
Because
I just said, come on. Because I could, as you were talking, I could taste it.
Yeah,
and it was a bit
metallic.
passy. Yeah, a bit passy as well.
Horrible taste.
Yeah.
So somebody should be able to take
this
it.
This is both pulling faces, isn't it? You know.
I know.
poor bloke that had to go through it. You know what I mean? 14th of October I've been given as well.
So 14th of October, the tongue. He's talking to me about daffodils means something as well. Oh, he's telling me that, I don't know whether he means he passed when the daffodil season was here, because he's talking about when the daffodils come, there's a link to whenever daffodils come. Is it now? Is it March, April time? I can't remember. But anyway, you should know March, that. Somebody should know the meaning of daffodils and the date around whenever they pop up.
Can anybody take 14th of October, Richard, or this
tongue
guy with the tongue? Okay.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I understand. I've got someone that used to play snooker. Not snooker. Billiards. It's only the 3 balls as well. Donny Taylor, and 14th is my nephew's and uncle's birthday. Okay. Do you want to work with that? Because I just got the date, see, Deb. So you go ahead.
Does Donny? Do you take the gentleman with the tongue then, Donny, as well? Is that bit you can take? X had cancer on his tongue.
All right, let's go with it. Go for them.
So is he still here then? Because I've got a gentleman talking to me at the moment about somebody. So I don't know whether he means him or somebody's down here. But he's trying to get to somebody. I'll tell you what, he's also talking to me about, if it's you, Donny, this lovely gent in spirit, he's talking about somebody that's been complaining about their hair getting a bit thinner. They're losing their hair, or it's getting a little bit thinner as well. So if you can take that as well, this gent's probably for you. He's like a dad or a granddad. He's not actually telling me who he is yet, but he's talking about hair thinning. Somebody's been complaining about their hair thinning. And also, I'm not saying this is related to the hair thinning. He's talking about a link to hair pieces. So there's that link as well happening, or has happened, or somebody used. Oh, he's talking about somebody that used to wear a hairpiece, but it actually used to slip. He's making this hairpiece slip. So I don't know if it's for you, Donny, or somebody else can take it, because he's got memories of that as well. And Marcus has given you, what did you give her? October. I want to give you September as meaning something. But I haven't got a date, just the month of September meaning something to you as well. Talking about lovely blue eyes. Somebody's got very blue eyes as well. So there's that link in the family as well. Although he just tells me that at the moment, somebody down here has obviously been doing a lot of crying because they've got red eyes, but he's telling me Okay, he's telling me it's because they've been crying. Somebody's been crying around you. If this is for you, Donny. You see, I'm not sure whether I'm with you. I'm kind of a bit like this, which means it might be somebody else.
Okay, well, can I just jump in there? If with Donny, Rosa.
You see, I'm not sure about Donny. I was kind of like this.
Yeah,
So
I wanted to double check as well, because she could take the 14th of October. He was like my dad with his uncle, his hair thin on the one extensions. Okay, can I just mention something to Donny? Donny, is there a memory of someone that had some sort of dye and they wanted the dye either streaks or something like to do with red, and it went a weird colour? That will tell us if we were Donny or not. Okay. Do you
Unless
want to
you're
work
with
with
Donny
Rosa?
and I'm with Rosa.
Yeah. You work with. Who? Sorry. Okay, and Natalie can take it as well.
Let's work with Rosa, because she can take a lot of what I'm saying, I think. And there's this lovely gentleman that's coming forward for you then, Rosa, that's talking about the hair loss or somebody's hair thinning. He's also talking about somebody that smokes too much around you, Rosa, that needs to cut out or cut down. So whoever that is, he's not saying cut out, he's just saying they need to cut the smoking down, And he's also wanting to, I know it's quite warm today, but for some reason, he wants to warm you up. Okay, he wants to warm you up. He wants to put like a cloak around you and keep you nice and warm. Actually, you've got one of them on, haven't you? But he's putting a cloak around you to keep you nice and warm. He's talking to me about that as well. There is a baby coming around you, Rosa, so watch for the new baby. And he's also saying there is a baby in spirit that you should know of as well, that he's talking about. He's just coming, Rosa, because he's talking about he wants to give you confidence and some self-belief in yourself to move forward with something, because he's talking about opportunities coming your way. So there's new opportunities coming your way, and he's there to give you this little bit of a push to go forward with these with these opportunities as well. So watch for the opportunities coming your way. Apparently you're very creative as well, Rosa, because creative as in crafts and that type of thing. Okay, so he's talking to me about that as well. So watch for the creativeness, especially with flowers, because he's talking about somebody that's very good at organising flowers, like putting them in the vase and organising them nicely as well. And he's also talking to me about somebody that likes to watch a program on the TV. You know, these programs on the TV where you go into rich people's houses and you have a nose around? Somebody likes to do that. Somebody likes to watch these things and look around the rich people's houses. He's having a bit of a giggle about that. He's also talking about somebody wanting a bigger TV as well. He's heard that conversation. Okay, somebody wanting a bigger TV. All right, so somebody wants to do that. And somebody wants to go to the football, but they want one of the boxes. Somebody wants to go to the boxes, one of the boxes in the football ground. So watch for that coming up as well. But it's just there. Okay, Jeanette is right. Okay, just here, just to say. Oh, Jeanette's there as well. Okay, then. So watch for the person that wants to go to the football and go in a special box. Watch also is talking about somebody wants their teeth whitened. Somebody's been complaining about their teeth being stained, and they want them whitened, and he's just having a bit of a giggle about that as well. He's just letting you know that he knows what's going on. He says he wants to let you know that he's around, because apparently he's been spoken about, and he just wants to let you know that he's listening. He's just said to me, I'm always listening, he's saying. There's a link to, okay, right, there's a link to Australia with you as well. He's talking about Australia, somebody wanting to go backpacking as well, especially Sydney, he's just told me as well. So somebody wants to go backpacking. And also, I don't know what this is, Orinoco. Is there a river or something called, he's talking about a river or something called the Orinoco River. Is that right? Do you know, Marcus? Have you heard of it? He's just said to me the Orinoco River.
The only Orinoco I know is the Wombles, isn't it? It was somebody called
Orinoco River is in South, what was it, America?
South America.
Richard's just looked it up. like Venezuela, Rosa. So watch for that link that he's bringing up. But like I say, just wanted to say hello to you. Do you want to say anything, Marcus?
Yeah, it wasn't until you just said South America. So Rosa, you got something. Pyramids mean a lot to you, because soon as Richard said, "Oh, it's in South America, Venezuela, whatever," I saw like Peru and places like that, and it's more symbolic. So you must be either to do with sort of energy transfer or something along those lines. I don't know if you're interested in pyramids or whatever, but all of a sudden I saw a pyramid. Yeah, Egyptian there, and cats and all this, that, and the other, and all. And things of that nature. And as Deb was talking, I was just sitting here quite sedate, because I thought, I'm not really picking up. I'm not really picking up. And then Spirit told me off. They said, you're just not watching for it, because they had someone stroking my cheek. And that's what happens to you, Rosa. They stroke your left cheek. And again, that's twice I've been told off tonight now, isn't it? You must feel that, Rosa. But they just told me again, you're doing it wrong. It's with the back of the hand, with the back of the hand. That's how you feel it. So you should have something like that. And then I've pyramids. I'll have Aztec pyramids. We'll look up the Olmecs. The Olmecs. Okay, you do Reiki, so that's the energy transfer. Look up the Olmecs, because they were before the Aztecs and the Mayans or whatever. There's something to do with that. Either, some sort of tribe or something like that. But if you're into that, you should. Yes, they do stroke my cheek, because we felt, oh, good. And also, Rosa, they just told me, as you just confirmed that. And it's funny how they give us something more when we get confirmation. They're also saying that you smell certain things, but then you get a sweet taste in your mouth. Okay, and I'll leave that with you. That's what I saw in meditation last night, cousin. All right.
There you go.
Oh, were these two people linked today?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Right. Okay. There's a joke then, Jeanette. There's a joke that someone just made me do that. They just made me do that. I said, do you know what? There's something to do that. I'm so sweaty. This is nuts. Okay. No, it's not nuts. It's just the way we work. And someone this side always says something and this and that and that. And what they're doing, they get really, really close to you. And what they're saying is, just look for the signs. Just look for the signs. If they do that, notice where your thought patterns are taking you. When you get that taste in your mouth and that little smell, just look where your thoughts are going. It's as if they're saying you need to calm down a little bit. You need to calm down. I know we do meditation and everything else, but quite often in our busy lives, we don't take time out for ourselves. And they're coming to slap your wrist, Rosa. Slap your wrist. They're saying, look, it's all right carrying everybody else's problems. It's all right doing for everything else. But now and again, we have to take out time for ourselves. And that is not what you're doing. That's what they said. And also, they're not scary close. All you have to do is send them a little thought. As soon as they do it, send them a little thought, and they pull back a little bit, and then you get the little tweaks, and then there's someone that lost the feelings in their fingers, don't know what it was. They just couldn't feel fingers.
Tips.
And he would slap your wrist. Okay, right. Wow. I've just got someone else stepping, which is a 13-year-old girl. So
leave her for a minute, Rosa. Before we go, then I just want to tell you, your uncle's talking about somebody. If you could see me, you'd see what I'm doing, because I've got one hand on my chair, which I'm leaning on, and I've got one hand on my hip, and I've got the other foot on top of the other foot, and that's how I'm standing. And he's obviously aware that somebody's got the habit, when they're talking, is standing on one leg, leaning with a hand on the hip. And that's what we're ending with. So I'll leave his love with you. I hope that was okay for you.
Yeah.
There you go then. Go on then, Marcus. Anybody with a 13-year-old?
Yeah, I've got a 13-year-old girl, and she told 13 obviously is teens, 13. And she was saying, and she showed me the teenage cancer symbol. So I know that it was cancer that took her. And I think it was specifically leukemia. When people do fundraising for teenage cancer, they showed me that symbol. And this girl's 13-year-old. Our pleasure, Rosa, absolutely our pleasure. And she's ever so, she's putting different feelings on me, because obviously she's showing me as she was before, and she was happy, joyful, and all full of beans, but also the way in which, obviously, with that type of person, someone that young, the problems it caused within the family, because the family really couldn't have, obviously with something like that, I feel that there was a split in the family, unfortunately, because people dealing with grief in their way. I've also been given December the 3rd, and oh dear, and the grandmother and the say again. Oh, Rosie, you can take the go. Obviously, we haven't finished with you then. Obviously, see, could you put it? See, that's my tia Shirley came in, and was his sister. Oh wow. Okay. Well, December the 3rd should, and she said that's where she came from. December the 3rd should mean something as well, Rosa. Then I thought I had a totally different link, to be honest. I thought I had a totally different link, but obviously, if I didn't, I didn't. It was split after she passed. Yes, and sisters died. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for that confirmation, Rose. I really thought that was a different link, but obviously, if we didn't get it across, there's something very special coming, Rosa. Very, very special. And they made me bang my pen on the thing. So, and somebody likes coloured pens as well. December, we have a birthday. Yes, December the 3rd. Specifically December the 3rd means something. Somebody likes the coloured pencils and pens. So somebody's really artistic. Okay, she passed me on. Okay then, Deb, I'll leave you go. Starting another one.
Oh, she's with a grandmother, by the way, Rosa. She's with an older lady, so it might be a great grand or a nan, but that's who she was met by when she went. Just for your info. Who have I got here? I don't know yet. I don't know where I am yet, Marcus.
Arthur.
Oh, who said Arthur?
Arthur.
Marcus. I was just. You're reading. You must be. They must be sending my messages to you, because I said I haven't got anything, and I had Arthur, and they've sent it to you to shout it out. I gifted Jeanette colour pens last night.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Good information there, Marcus.
Come on, get Arthur. Come on. Well, Arthur. The teams work together, so come on.
They're bouncing. Arthur in spirit. Arthur wants to say hello, but he's brought a mom in with me. He's brought somebody's mom. So obviously somebody knows Arthur in spirit, but he's brought a lady's mom in. He's talking about a lady on here that's lost a mom, but you've got to have known of Arthur as well. This lady's I think she's making Marcus move around because she's quite jolly. She's dancing around a little bit with me. She's talking about that.
She lived on the nerves a bit. Yeah.
Did she? Is that what it is? So mom in spirit, and Arthur's bringing her in to give her a bit of a hand. She's just drew my attention to some sort of picture on but I can't make out what she's showing me. I don't know what this is. I've got a picture over there, and it's totally different to what she's showing me, but she's showing me I think it's a kind of a toy where there's a blue base and there's loads of buttons on the top of it. So I don't know exactly what she's showing me. She's trying to show me something, but I'll have to put that to one side. But if you can take the toy, that's all well and good. But if you've got a mom in spirit with Arthur, with the month of September, Liz, do his name here, Liz Kennedy. I know Arthur, but have you got a mom in spirit as well? Because Arthur's just bringing a mom in, Liz. So if you've got a mom in spirit, she's talking about having Margaret up there as well. Margaret's up there. and she's talking about July as well. The month of July will mean something. And she's also talking about somebody down here that's got to go for tests, you know, hospital or doctors or something like that. There's that going on around somebody down here that this mom's aware of as well. All right. Anything more? I'm just waiting to get to the right person. Unless you've got something. Unless you've got something, Marcus.
I've just got something. You know that advert that used to be hands that do dishes can be soft, as they say, and that was to get to someone that really likes or into like fairies. You know,
like,
yeah.
Is it fairy liquid then?
Yeah, well, no, but they sang that to get me to the word fairy, but someone loves the you know, my son is spirit Arthur. Okay. And I think the procedure or whatever, because I got endoscopy, so somebody's either got a thing either from the hospital or whatever for an endoscopy. Yes, mum's in spirit talk with her once my hands are getting test. Okay. Go away. Go. Why did I say go away? I meant go on.
Oh no, you're telling me to go away. Why are you telling me to go away? Mom, I know why you're telling me to go away, because Liz's mom says that there's somebody down here that Liz wishes she would go away. They would go away.
Right,
so I think somebody's trying to wind you up, Liz, or somebody's getting on your nerves a little bit. And your mom's aware of that. She's talking about that. There you go. Love fairies and angels have tattoos, Marcus. Okay.
And somebody's got eczema as well. Sorry to jump in there.
No, it's you. Carry on. If you've got something, carry on while I get a bit more. Carry on. I'm not arguing with you.
My fault. Don't get it.
She's making us argue. But she's talking to me. It's banter. Because she's talking about Liz. She's talking about you must be having a bit of a banter with somebody. All right, there's a lot of banter going on around you as well that she's aware of as well. So Liz, I don't think it's Lynn. I want to go back to Liz. Do you, Marcus?
Yeah.
No, it's all right. We're concentrating on Liz, just for your info. We're just concentrating on Liz.
Because I know you said banter. Banter, but the thing is, this lady, she wouldn't have banter. She ruled the roost. She was in charge. Right?
She must be aware of a bit of banter going on around you, Liz. That she's talking about. I'll tell you what, she's also shown me as well, Liz, a goal, a football goal. You know what I mean? I said, what are you showing me that for? Somebody's going to be very good at football, or they're going to be in the goal, a goalkeeper. She's just bringing me that. I asked her if it's symbolic, and she says no. So she's aware of somebody that's going to be very good at football around you as well, Liz. She's coming with Arthur. She's coming, she says, because there's healing needed, but she's not just for you, Liz. It's like healing for the family.
Yes, my mum was queen.
Yeah. There's healing needed for the whole family, Liz. It's like to bring people together. She's trying to heal everybody to bring them back together, because she's almost like putting them on a big table and cooking a big roast dinner for everybody. So she's obviously wanting to get people back together or something like that. Go on, Marcus.
Just as you said that, when it was the roasting, and Liz, there's a memory about an argument about Yorkshire puddings. The way they rices and how they're supposed to be done, how they're supposed to be. Just as you was talking about the roast, they showed me these Yorkshire puddings. So there's somebody that had a discussion about it, or an argument about it. But you should also be able to link with the 14th of April. You should also be able to link with the birth weight of 7 pounds 4 ounces and the birth time of 14 minutes past 11. But that would be in the morning. And as you put Queen, your mum was Queen there. You know that Diana Dawes that used to be Queenie, that in that program years and years ago. They gave me the name Diana, and the hair, that type of hairstyle that Diana Dawes used to have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that big hairstyle,
big one.
And then they said the blonde bombshell. So somebody is being called a blonde bombshell. So, yeah. But 14th of April, birth weight 7 pound 4 ounces, and the birth time of 14 minutes past 11. I feel this is for Liz, but it might be for someone else. So I'm not edging my bets, but you know.
There's a bit of a battle coming up as well, Liz, because she's making me roll my sleeves up.
Like cannonballs, yeah.
My daughter was that way.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, apparently there's a bit of a battle coming up around you, Liz, for you, but not a fist fight. I mean, a bit of a battle. She's just describing it as that. And somebody's got Did you say eczema?
Yeah,
eczema. Because she's making me scratch.
Yeah, scratch.
So you've got it on your hand. I've got it down here.
Yeah,
Your mum's talking about. She's aware of somebody with eczema, and also February. She said means something to you as well. She's giving me the memory of. I know we probably have these, but anyway, she's talking about. She's gone back to the feeding bit where we're all at a table having dinner, but she's gone back to Christmas dinner, and she's bringing out the old-fashioned paper hats we had from the crackers. She's bringing out them as a memory as well. She's just bringing it as a memory, that's all. Also, Dottie in spirit. Dottie, she's talking about Dottie.
Yeah.
There you go. So there you go. I don't know if you've got anything more, Marcus.
And just as you talked about the hats, there should be a memory of, you know, at Christmas time when they either play charades or do things like that, there should be a memory where there was a fallout over, there was like children doing little plays or something like that, and there was a little bit of an argy-bargy or whatever, and she would have just settled it with a stare, she said. Settled it with a stare. If there was things getting out of hand, but there's also, you should also, Liz, be able to link where there's three brothers in spirit. Love Xmas always in the title as well. Yeah, where there's three brothers in spirit. I don't know how far back this goes, but the middle one died first, then the eldest, then the youngest. And that's all I've got, Deb.
Yeah, you see, I don't know. I think I'm moving on as well because I've got somebody else here. Unless it's for you, Liz, I'll give it, but somebody else should be taking it. Because, you know, when we're talking about parties, I don't know what these things are called. They're like you blow them and they unravel.
Yeah.
What, they make a tune, don't they? A whistle or something like that. And I've got somebody talking to me about one of those, but as they were blowing it, the end come off and they almost choked. The end come off in their mouth. So I don't know if Liz has got the memory or somebody else on here can, you know, has got the memory of somebody almost choking on one of the ends of one of these curly whistle things. If you have, let us know because we're probably with you next. All right.
Yeah, and I've got a Tommy that used to drink too much.
Oh, on the same link, do you reckon? Must be because we're working together, ain't we?
Yeah. I think
Tommy
so. Yeah.
And somebody that choked on this whistle thing.
Yeah,
that we're talking about.
You know, I mean, I'm teetotal, and they've just give me that lovely, you know, it's fantastic, isn't it? You know, it's like, why go down the pub when they can use, you know?
I nearly choked. Right, okay.
Yeah.
On one of these whistle things, Liz. Yeah, it's got to be on this whistle thing because this lady keeps showing me this whistle thing. I don't know whether I am. I think I'm you see, I know I'm trying to move. They're trying to move me onto someone else.
Tommy was my first cousin. Oh, right. Okay.
So we're still
Well, I'll tell you now, Liz, he used to drink a bit too much, okay? He used to drink a bit too much. Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Right, I think I'm moving on to a different link. I know they're trying to move me. I think they're trying to move me.
Get on with it, girl.
I've got a lovely lady with me, a Nan, I think this is, who's talking about somebody here. She keeps doing chest compressions, you know, when somebody's had a heart attack or something like that. Marcus! She's doing chest compressions, right? And I said, oh, what are you doing? She says, oh, because I thought she was actually bringing the illness, but she's not. She's talking about somebody here that's either studying first aid or wants to go into first aid as a paramedic. And this is what this Nan is talking about. She's obviously watching somebody. In fact, I don't know whether they've been doing it recently. They're on a course at the moment. So there's somebody that's been, there's somebody that's doing a course where they've had to do some of these, you know, on those dummies they put on the floor.
Yeah, I've done that.
Somebody's been doing that. All right. But I don't know if you can take it, Liz, but I'm sure they're on moving, so there might be somebody else that can take it as well. All right, so hopefully somebody will be able to pick it up.
I think this is a new link.
Yeah, and this is a grandma, but this feels like she's telling me that the person who's been doing this first aid kind of training, okay, we'll wait because I think there's somebody else. The person that's been doing this training down here, there's also a youngster that's doing it or interested in it as well. So somebody's been doing that she's been watching. Also, there's a link to one of those, how do you say this? Defibrillators.
Defibs, yeah.
Yeah, she's talking about a link to one of those, whereas she's talking about somebody wanting to raise money to get some. There's been some sort of talk about having one of them. And so she's heard this discussion going on. So we'll wait and see who comes up with that. So it's the first aid bit and the defib talk that's going on that this Nan has been listening to. So if anybody can take that, let us know. And if you're picking up any more from mine, Marcus.
I've just got the name Malcolm.
Oh, Malcolm as well. So you might be able to take Malcolm as well with that.
Just on the first year course in January. Oh, Gemma Cook.
Do you understand the defib as well, Gemma, that this lovely lady's talking to me about, this Nan that's talking to me about? And this Nan comes on the mom's side as well. All right, but she's talking about this defib, raising funds for a defib. She's just told me it's important. So that's going on around you somewhere if that is for you. Okay. I raise money for our local ambulance volunteers for defibrillators. You grab a link to first aid, but can't take the Malcolm. I can take first aid and defib. Mum was on Nan's side. It might be Terry then. It might be with Terry. Well, carry on a bit, Terry. See if you can. What's your Nan telling me? If this
the Malcolm's
is for you, then,
this
Terry,
side, by the way. The Malcolm's this side. It's not in spirit.
That's all right. She's also talking to me then, Terry, about she wants me to give you a Bakewell tart, but it's a homemade one. So somebody must have made nice Bakewell tarts. That's what she wants me to give to you. What are you doing with this Bakewell? I can't understand what she's doing with this Bakewell. She's got this Bakewell and she's cutting it up into slices. But she's describing it as being symbolic, but I don't know what she means for the different slices. I don't know what's going on. Oh, Bakewell tart, Terry. Cutting it up into slices. Oh, hang on a minute. Terry, there's something your Nan's saying about, I'm sorry to go on about these slices, but I'm trying to get it out because I know it's important. She's cut it up into, like, say, 6 slices. And now she's reducing the slices to whatever, 4 or something like that. She's reduced the slices to 4. And as I'm saying, what have you done that for? She's saying because of the reduction in the family or something. There's some sort of reduction in the family. So I don't know if somebody's gone away or something like that, but I don't know what she's doing. Oh, somebody's cooking. Somebody has got so used to cooking for a certain amount of, and now they don't have to, and they're like, I'm getting mixed up on cooking too much food or something like that. I don't know how to explain it. It's really awkward. So I don't know if you can understand that, Terry or Stace, whoever I'm with. This Nan's lovely because she just wants to feed. She wants to feed people, and she's talking about strawberries and cream, but she's talking about the old carnation. She's talking about strawberries and cream, but she's talking also about carnation milk, Terry. I don't know if you remember the old carnation milk, because she's talking to me about that as well. Oh, okay then. So we are with you then. So carnation milk means something to her as well. She's talking about, I've got Henry up here with me as well, so you should know who Henry is. She's describing you, Terry, as needing a lot of love. She says she needs a lot of love. And it's like, she's aware of the other people around you as well, but she wants to especially give you all the love for some reason. She's concentrating on you. So you must need a lot of love at the moment, Terry. She's also talking about your hair as if she's cutting it. So I don't know if it's because you've been thinking of cutting it, but she's cutting it a little bit shorter and she's putting layers in it for some reason. She's talking about layering your hair. she's talking about hot flushes. She's got your cheeks and they're really hot, but she's saying it's to do with hot flushes. She's saying hot flushes. She's getting hot. But then she's just said to me, oh, she's getting hot and flustered as well. She's getting hot and flustered. It's like, you're so busy. She's making me do this, Terry. I'm getting hot and flustered. I've got so much to do. I can't cope. She's describing you like this at the moment, but she's giving you a lot of love. That's what she wants to come for, to let you know. She says that you've mentioned her or thought about her. That's why she's popped in. Okay, go on then. I think Marcus has got something.
Yeah, it was just when you were talking about Bakewell tarts, because they call them puddings, because I went to the Bakewell once and I said, oh, can I have 2 Bakewell tarts? She said, puddings, sir, puddings. And as soon as they said that, Terry, there's someone around there, and jokingly someone said, someone's in the pudding club, so there's a baby on the way. And I know that Deb was linking in really, really good, saying you're getting hot and flustered, but there's also someone from Spirit saying that you want to slap someone daft. You want to slap them daft, you know, and somebody used to use that terminology, you know, sort of say, oh, they're getting on your nerves, you want to slap them daft. And there's a gentleman that had used to hide it well, used to hide it very, very well. But he had problems. He had breathing problems. But he used to hide it well. Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay. No, I'm okay. Don't fuss. Don't fuss. Don't fuss. And that's the terminology he used to say. Don't fuss. Pudding means something else. I'm like, all right, as long as you know what it is. It's, you know, I took it to be that. They just said pudding club. That you know, so that's my interpretation, isn't it? But there's this gentleman that's really, really close now. And he's just saying, I hid it well. And I used to say, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. And he just used to hide either what was going on with him. He couldn't breathe properly. He was a bit out of sync. He was a lot. I wouldn't, though. Oh, yeah, of course you wouldn't. Yeah, but this gentleman's coming there, and it's as if he's just saying that the way in which he went down physically, it was a lot for him to cope with. It was a lot for him to cope with. So he used to try to hide it well. And that, oh, my love, my love, my love, my love, my love, my love. My granddad did this. That's all right. Okay. But there's someone that had split. You know when you have your lips, they chap, don't they? And you used to use this lip salves and that type of stuff. There's someone used to suffer with that, and it was when they were dehydrated, and ooh, someone said what are you saying? I hope this is for you, Terry, or if it's not, it's for some. I don't know who this is for, because I've just got someone lying in bed. They pass into spirit, and they're saying everybody was there that could be, and that should mean something. Everybody that was there that could be, because there was someone that couldn't be there for whatever reason, and they just said, it just went nicely, just went nicely, just went nicely. And 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12. What does that mean? 10, 12. That's the time. 10, 12. Well, they said 10, 12. I'm putting that to be a time. So that could be a time or a date, couldn't it? They just said 10, 12. I wrote sharply, so I used to wet the lips up with it. Ah, wow, okay. She used to go like that when you were younger, and pull little funny faces and that type of stuff. But I'll tell you what, Terry, she's ever so close to you. Oh, she just give me a bit of a headache as well, and you know, just want to drop off to sleep, just drop off to sleep, and that's all I've got.
She's lovely, ain't she?
Oh,
lovely.
God, she's yeah.
Lots of love she's bringing to you, Terry.
But there's a practicality as well, Deb. There's a practicality. It's not just that all-encompassing love. There's a practicality Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
12-10.
12-10. Well, I put 10-12, so 12. Well, yeah, okay.
It's good.
Even I'll take that one. Even I'll take that one. Yeah, you just, sort of mirror image, isn't it? Mirror image.
There you go then, Terry.
There you
Excellent
go.
job.
Yeah. Well, you know he's around you anyway, Terry. You know he's around you anyway, so you know. But I'll tell you what, oh God, yeah. Who wouldn't want a man like that? Who wouldn't? For all of a sudden, they got me talking ever so quiet, Terry, and that's not me at all. I like to be all energy and all this, that, and the other. But they just got really settled me down. So there was something that happened where someone before someone passed, they just went within a little bit. They just went within, and maybe didn't share as much as they could have at that particular time. And oh wow, hot hands. I'm not gonna like this, Terry. You're a healer, girl. They just showed me. My hands are boiling hot. Boiling hot. I'll leave that with you. Okay. I'm just gonna put the light on. The side just darken down.
Oh, we can see you even better now, Marcus. Oh,
can you?
Turn it off, quick. Turn it off, quick. Right, I've got a lady with me. I've got a lovely lady, and I'm hoping I'm not with you, Terry. I think I've moved on. But I've got a lovely lady who had a glass eye. Okay, so she lost one of her eyes. Okay, lovely lady, grandma this is. Grandma and obviously mom. But if anybody can take a lady in spirit that only had the one eye and the other one was glass, let me know, because she's wanting to come. She says, I'm wanting to come and give some healing. Healing is needed. So the family that she belongs to needs some healing, because she's talking about problems. She's actually described it as trouble going on, you know, arguments, that type of thing. And she's come to give them healing, to bring people together. So it's this lovely lady with the glass eye. She's got quite a big family as well, she tells me. She's actually told me that there's a lot of people up there with her. But she's been spoken about recently in conversation as well. But she lost her eye quite early. It wasn't a recent thing. So she'd had the loss of an eye for quite a long time. Okay, so didn't bother her. She's like this. She's like this. Didn't bother me.
Lindsay just said, yeah.
Hey,
I do apologise for going off camera because my iPad was going. I had to plug it in. Sorry.
Oh, it's nice to have a break. It's all right, Marcus.
Until you give me hassle after. Anyway, Lindsay can take a grandma with her.
Lindsay, lovely grandma. But she's come, I hope you can take the rest. Make sure you can take the rest, this lovely grandma, Lindsay, because she's coming around about, like I say, about problems, things going on, she says, things that need sorting out, healing that needs to come, she's saying. So people need to be healed. She's talking about healing, but it's healing with relationships, she just told me as well. But she's told me that she lost her eye it wasn't a recent thing or anything before she went to spirit. So she's had a loss of an eye for quite some time. Okay, she's talking about that. And it's her that's come in. She's talking about, the first thing she's talking about is windows, Lindsay, for some reason. She's talking about windows. There's not enough light coming in, she's saying. So somebody's been talking about their windows. Either they're too small, or there's not enough light coming in, or there's some problem. That's all she said. Right, okay. One of them is Dad, okay. But she's talking about the windows, the light that's needed to come in. She's also talking about Margaret's with her as well. So you should understand Margaret. But her main thing is this thing for the healing that's she keeps dwelling on this healing that needs to be going on in the family. But she's also saying that people, and not just you, but other people, Lindsay, have been sending their prayers up to spirit, asking for help. So she wants to let you know that she's been listening to the prayers. She's heard the prayers as well. Now she's dressing herself up in lovely, like bright clothing, like flowery stuff. Okay, then she's like lovely flowery clothes, and I'm saying, what are you doing that for? And she says, I'm doing this, she says, because there's this need for bright colours. It's all about cheering up for you, Lindsay, you know, bringing brightness into your life and all this lot, and bringing in the colours, because she's talking about the colours. But she also wants to give you daffodils, and she's talking about a memory of walking through, I don't know whether it's fields or woods that she's walking through now, with loads of daffodils in. All right, she's talking about that. So there's a memory there of walking through loads of daffodils. She's actually relating to that poem, something walking along the daffodils, or something about that. There's a poem about daffodils that she keeps trying to talk to me about it. Okay, she's saying she's got a baby with her in spirit as well. She'll have a knowledge of a baby, but she's also talking about somebody down here called Jacob. Okay, so you'll have a link to Jacob if you don't know him already. She's just mentioning his name there as well. She's always talking about, she's talking to me about somebody that's been visiting a grave recently, but somebody does it quite regularly, like once a month or something like that. So she's aware of that. She's just saying, I'm aware of that. She wants me to give you the 17th of a month. I don't know which month. She just keeps giving me number 17. She says it's the 17th of a month as well. Okay, she said, go on to Marcus. She just said to me, Marcus has got stuff as well. Marcus has got stuff.
I'm not necessarily, I'm not 100% that this might be the same lady, but there was a lady that went into hospital, out of hospital, into hospital, out of hospital, and then she came home and died at home. In, out, in. She told me, in, out, in, out. Don't shake it all about, she said, because when I got home, then I passed it on. Okay, and also there should be a Catholic link as well, because as you were talking about various, notice what you do. They just told me, notice what you just did there, because someone's face dropped. They just said that. A Catholic link, and so there's something to do with where an anniversary of someone's either passing. My sister days, that's me. I don't understand what particular part that is. And there's somewhere with this Catholic link, either of an anniversary of a passing or whatever, you know, when they go in and light a candle, and they light the candle, and they light the bread, and they say a little prayer. And when you were Catholic in family, oh good. And there's also, there was a special rosary and a little prayer book that has been passed down as well, I've been told. But when you were talking about daffodils, they showed me a bluebell wood as well. Now everybody knows a bluebell wood, but they showed me, on the 18th, okay. But they showed me a bluebell wood, and there's a December birthday and there's a January passing. There's a December birthday and a January passing. So, and they've also said, you know, this thing about Christmas, quite often it's a happy time and a sad time depending on what's happening, but also the name Bob they've just given me, and someone that lost the use of their hand, not their arm, their hand. It's a lady that lost the use of a hand. And I don't think it's hands, it's hand. So there's a lady that lost the use of a hand. They said hand. Oh, wow. And there's something around you, really, that you really just have to nip in the bud. You have to close it down, whatever it is, the stress. There's a stressful situation that they're saying, look, just nip it in the bud, just cut the link, whatever. You don't need that hassle. You do not need that hassle. But you may not. So
she's lovely, your nan.
Yeah.
Your nan's just put on an apron, one of these with the square, you know, the top bit, but it's frilly at the sides as well. So she's got a bit of a frill here.
Pockets in the front.
Put an apron in. Yeah,
pockets in the front. She gets the pockets in the front.
She's putting my hands in my pockets. If you can see me, I'm putting my hands in my pockets like this in the front of my apron. She's talking about that. And she's pulling stuff out of this apron pocket as well, like tissues, mints and all this lot. But I'll tell you what, she went back, she picked up on the Catholic link, but she's talking to me about, there's also a Mormon link somewhere. And says a Mormon link. Yeah. And then she says,
where tabards with pockets,
oh, she's talking about a Mormon link, but she's also talking about somebody that's interested in different religions as well. So it might be that kind of link, you know, that's researching about Mormons, but you'll find that link as well that she's talking about as well. Also, there's an Albert in spirit for you as well that she says she knows. And the name Clive will mean something to you as well. She just said to me, somebody's obsessed with the weather. He's forever trying to find out what the weather's doing, or they're talking a lot about the weather. But she's just said, somebody's obsessed with the weather, she says. She's just having a bit of a giggle. I don't know if you got, she's singing that song now. She makes me laugh because she's singing that song, Singing in the Rain. I'm singing in the rain. Singing that. There you go. Yeah. Oh, is it you that's interested in religion? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just as you said that, when you were saying singing in the rain, you know, that Fred Astaire did the dancing with it, and they got me to the name Fred. There's a Fred in spirit. There's a Fred. As soon as you said that, this guy said, I'm Fred. I'm Fred. And he had a big deep voice. But deep voice. I'm Fred. I'm Fred. I can't even put the deep voice on. But he had a terrible humour. He had a bit of a terrible humour, and he'd you know where they say like a rhyme a time. I'm a poet, don't I know it? You know those silly little jokes at times. Yeah. He said, "I'm Fred and I'm dead," and that's the way. And he used to make jokes like that. You know, the silly little jokes. I've moved on. I've got a different link.
Yeah, I think I'll finish with it now, Lindsay. So I think we finished with you. So I hope that was okay for you. Leaving all their love with you, especially your nan.
Yeah.
Last one. There you go, Marcus. Go on then, Marcus, if you've got something.
I've got a gentleman that committed suicide with an overdose. I know people don't like the word suicide, but that's the way he said it. You know, some people say, oh, you know, I took my own life, but that's the way he said it. And he's also telling me, you know, he'd attempted it a couple of times. And, you know, obviously it was like a cry for help, but, you know, he really, he was on medication. And he just really just could not cope. He could not cope. Poor, and he's just come in and he's given me some other stuff, but I've just got, could be me, could be Zoe. The specific thing is, Zoe, that he did leave a letter. He did leave a letter. He did write down things that he's telling me. And oh, sorry. Okay. The specific thing about this is you've got to be aware that a letter was written. Okay, Domani, I can take that. Okay. Okay, Domani. Okay. The thing is, as I said, Kate, you know, a couple of times it was a cry for help, and also Kelly, I have a cousin that did that. Right. Well, I'm going to separate this because the specific thing is he tried it a couple of times, and that was more the cry for help. He was on medication to deal with his depression, so he was he's telling me he was manic depressed, and he could not get the levels right. And even when he used to have highs and lows or whatever, even when he was on his highs, the darkness used to, he said that the words that he's using, and he would, whoever can take this, many times I'll find it 2 years in a show, but oh, it was chemical. Okay, it might be Sarah as well, right? But this is the thing that's going to separate this. Okay, he did write a letter, and even in his really times that he was supposed to be more up opposed to down, he always used to say, and these are the words that he used. This is why this is so separated. The darkness always engulfed me. That's what he said. And he used to physically say that, but hadn't attempted before. Well, thank you, Julie. So it's not you, okay? He left a long letter. No. Thank you, Julie. That's so important to get that type of feedback. But this person did try it a couple of times. He left a letter, and he's telling me, he says, look, the darkness used to engulf me, and he would have told people that. He would try to reason out the way he was feeling. Oh my goodness. Right. Too many people can take it. I've just said, look, just give me something. And he's just saying, I used to scratch a lot. He had a nervy scratch. And he was a little bit twitchy, you know what I mean? You know, at times, you know. Thank you, Zoe. That's thank you. As I said, we're trying to separate this because it's important we get the right person. Now, I am not saying this is his name. I'm not saying that at all. Okay, I'm not sure the letter, but even though he tried to live, I was never a depression. Right. The thing is, to separate this, it's the darkness that used to engulf me, he said. That is the thing that the person who should be able to take this would know that they do that. And I've also been given the name of John. I'm not saying it's him. I haven't seen anything also about the issue with him. Sarah, if it's more of a nervous thing, not for me, he didn't tell anybody. So, okay, thank you, Julie. Thank you. And that's the way we can separate it. This is more of a nervy thing, you know, where he's a scratch. Okay, so we're still with Kate. It looks like we're still with Kate. Ooh, I'm sorry to throw this at you, Debbie. Just told me the lady's going to speak to you. And you can take the John. He's just told me a lady's going to speak to you. Okay.
You know why? I was having a conversation with him, but he says he's better talking to men.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yeah, that's what he said to me.
Yeah, and he's just told me that the lady's going to speak to you.
That's very strange because he just said to me, he was talking about me, and he says, well, I know about you. He said to me, I know about your previous profession to me.
All right. Yeah.
And he says, I was better talking to men.
Yeah. Right,
I don't know what that was about.
And Kate can take the John as well. Well, there's a lady going to give you information in a minute. And what he's done, he's not come in to make any excuses. He's not come in to try to have forgiveness or whatever. He's just come in to say, I'm still here. I'm still dealing with what I have to deal with. I'm still going forward, and I'm trying my best, and then he's putting a fair bit of emotion on me, and he wants to cry. He's telling me 2 birthdays in December, 1 in June, anniversary of a gentleman's passing, and this will be a family member in August. And then he is just saying, if she's not with you now, cry out, Debs, because she's there with you.
Hey?
He's telling me that this woman's talking to you.
No, that's he was talking to me. Oh, yeah, I don't know who she is then. But he's just saying, I don't know who he is.
I can't change it. He said the woman's going to talk to Deb. The woman's going to talk to Deb.
The woman's going to talk to Deb. I don't know what he's talking about then, because he's nice with me. He's nice with me, but he just says I'm better talking to men. I'm better talking to men. But it's something to do with my previous profession. I don't know what it is. Because I was in the police, I don't know if that's a reference. If I tell you that, then you'll.
He's making me do
like
all these little things like this. He's going, what? He's like a little bit shifty. Do you know what I mean? At times.
He's not. I'll tell you what. He's not. How do I describe that? He's not. He's very matter of fact, isn't he? He's not worried that he's in spirit. He's quite happy to be there.
That's right. Yeah,
very
he's dealing with it.
Yeah, I'm up in spirit, like this kind of attitude. So he's quite happy. He's met with a lot of family up there as well. He's got a lot of family up there, so he's met with a few people up there as well. But for some reason, he's concentrating with Marcus at the moment.
Yeah, he keeps telling me, the woman's talking to you. The woman, he keeps telling me, and I'm saying, well, no, she's not. She's not. And, you know, what can I say? You know, I know we've worked together so long, haven't we? You know what I mean? And we bounce off each other. And he's saying, no, she's talking. But there is a lady, Kate, there is a lady that died at the age of 67 in spirit. That's no age at all, is it? It's a lady that died at the age of 67, and he's still here, and I don't know about you, Debbie, he feels as if he's in control. Do you understand? Whereas when he was here, he wasn't in control.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It sounds a bit weird, but that's the feeling that I've got. I don't know if you got the two.
I'll tell you what, he feels more settled in spirit than he was down here.
Yeah.
He feels more settled up there than he is down here.
Yeah. And
he's just
Kate,
told me he's happier. He's happier,
yeah.
Kate.
Oh, wow. Kate, you should also know a drag queen or someone that used to dress up as, either I don't know if it's a show or whatever, but 69, no, 67, Kate. They can count. It's definitely 67. Okay, it's definitely 67. Thanks for that, but it's definitely 67. But they've just, like the drag and 66, 69, 66. It's still 67, Kate.
Perhaps they were going on.
You'll find it. Yeah, you will find it. Yes, he did a lot wrong. Okay, but Kate, do you know someone that either used to do a drag act or some sort of bit of fun to do it? It's because I've got a bloke in woman's clothes, and to me it looks like, the way that quite often the drag artists sort of emphasize the eyebrows and stuff, and and all this, that, and the other. They've just shown me that. They've just shown me that. And don't forget the 2nd of December. Somebody just said. And that lady hasn't spoke to you, Deb, no?
I've got a lady with me, but I'm trying to get something out of her. I don't know who bites. I'll tell you what, Kate, this lady I've got with me, she wants me to give you the colour orange. So I think somebody
he did
must
dress
like.
up. Oh, he did dress up in my dress.
That's
Oh, wow.
So the colour orange will mean something. And the lady I've got with me also is doing this, biting a bottom lip. So I don't know if she used to do that, or you do that, or there's somebody around you that's got that habit, because she's talking about
both.
Is it biting the lip? All right. But with that is right, she's telling me. But also, somebody was, when they say you better bite your lip, as if you not say something. All right, Kate. So I think this is around you. So watch what you say, she's saying, because sometimes she's describing you as quite fiery and you just let it out. And she's talking about, bite your lip before you say anything. And she's making it feel as though it's quite important. It's to do with work. It's in your work area. She's just said to me, don't be too outspoken. So just remember what she said. Bite your lip. All right, in a situation that's coming up. Okay. I haven't got much more.
And Kate, there's a situation where a friendship sort of fizzled out because of someone did you a disservice, and it is you. It's not a friend of a friend. There was something that was done or said or some situation that you might not admit it, but hurt you quite a bit, because quite often with friendships they are. I said it was an understatement. No filter. I said it was an understatement. But Kate, look, the thing is, you were you, and when you've somebody's lost your trust. Do you understand what I mean? Or you've lost their trust. then you just have to move on. Don't carry it anymore. You know that it was an injustice to you, and it's sad, and you just have to feel sorry for people like that. But they're just making me aware of the hurt is there. When somebody hurts you, it cuts us deep. It cuts us deep. But you are stronger for it. And even if you go back 9 years as well, in that rocky situation about 9 years ago, where there was different things happening and a lot of stress and a lot of emotional stress, where you felt that you couldn't cope, and that made you stronger and stronger and stronger. So really what you have to do, and someone's just showing me a pearl necklace as well. There's a pearl necklace of some sort, and they're using this as symbol. They're just saying, you can't, what was it? You can't make a silk purse out of a pig's ear or something.
Yeah.
Something like that. And it's like casting your pearls in front of swine. At times your loyalty and your friendship means more to people that can appreciate it. So that thing that happened, really just try to leave it. Just try to leave it. And don't carry other people's baggage, Kay, for goodness sake. Oh, wow, they've just showed me a card. I don't do cards. I've never done cards. I don't do tarot. I don't do angel cards or anything, but they've just shown me a card. They've just shown me this card. What? I don't even know cards. And is there a card called the Queen of Cups? Is it? What does that mean, Richard? Well, I don't know. Well, we'll get your act together, Richard. Well, I don't do cards. Yeah. They showed me a tarot card. Nurturing, caring, compassionate, censoring. Yeah. Sensitive. So Richard just told me what it means, Kate, and I don't even do tarot, and I do that, but they showed me that. So tarot cards or some sort of cards mean something to you, and they just showed me the Three of Cups because that's your personality. And the thing is, when you put your trust in someone, quite often you put your whole body and soul into it. So when there's an injustice done to you, it does hurt you a little bit more than the normal person. I mean normal person, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I mess. All right, okay. And I'll tell you now, the energy boost that they want to give you, the energy boost, it's as if they're just saying they want to hardwire you to the the electricity grid, because you are going to get that energy that you've been asking for. Yeah, you're going to be getting that energy that you've been asking for. And what they've showed me is, this is you. Okay, this is you. When someone upsets you, that little phone comes on and you look at the side of their eye, and then they know not to mess with you anymore. And that's all I've got. That's all I've got. Yeah,
Done.
okay.
That's it then.
And a friendship bracelet. So that's it then.
We've finished. So
Thank you very much, everybody, for coming on tonight.
Thank you for joining us. And we'll see you all again very soon.
Yes, and I hope you've enjoyed it. As you say, Deb and I have worked together for quite a number of years on and off. She tells me what she says, jump, and I say how high.
Not quite high enough yet, though.
I know. When I'm feeling cheeky, I do ask you in which direction as well.
So no, thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you all again soon.
Yeah.
Got it, Marcus?
Yep.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Tomorrow night on SPTV, we offer a free evening of mediumship with some of the UK best-serving mediums and spiritual advisors. Our show starts from 8 p.m. UK time.
Spiritual Psychics TV is hosting the first annual recognition of achievements. acknowledging those who dedicate their lives to a spiritual act of kindness. Spiritual Psychics TV, bringing spiritual people together.